Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, it's, your favorite YouTuber. I know. Every YouTube video I do, every YouTube video I record or upload and post, it's a blacked out video. Why is it a blacked out video? Because I'm not stupid. What? So I can, show everybody what I look like? Show everybody what I look like, and some asshole gets the wrong idea and says, "Well, I don't like what he's saying. I don't like what he's saying. Some of the things he's been saying is offensive." Oh, okay, well, so the fuck what, asshole? And I do say some real shit. Um, and my videos is some real shit. Some real gangster shit. So that's why all my YouTube videos are blacked out, because I got real concerns that need to be addressed. And people don't always like these concerns. Therefore, I'm gonna black out the camera, because I'm not motherfucking retarded just as y'all stupid assholes look. That's why I black out the camera, you stupid asshole. Why? Why? Okay. Why do I cover the camera? Okay. Why? Why would I not cover the camera, you stupid prick? Okay. Why? So I can get on YouTube. So I can get on YouTube and I could show my identity and I could say some real shit and address real issues such as let's say I don't know, let's say was discussing the issue of homosexuality. Yeah, homosexuality. It's some bullshit, and it's disgusting, piggish offenses. Not to mention, not to mention, it is a very nasty sin. Okay, well, why would I show my face on camera while saying that shit? So one of these homosexuals one of these homosexuals watching my videos getting all butthurt, uh talking about, I don't like what he's saying. I don't like what he's saying. We're gonna find him. I don't like what he's saying. We are gonna find him. Um, okay. Well, no, you're not. No, you're not, you stupid motherfucker. Okay. One, you even try that bullshit, you're gonna have a whole army after your punk ass, you stupid motherfucker. Two, um, it's a capital offense to be a homosexual. Okay. So there's two reasons. There's two reasons why you need to stay out of my face. There's two reasons why you need to stay out of my face. Take your disgusting... Damn, just... I don't need to say anymore. It's all been understood. Two reasons. Keep your punk ass out of my face before you regret it. Damn. Okay, yeah. I got, so there's two reasons. There's two reasons why anybody who is anybody should stay the fuck away from me. Okay, yeah. Suppose I should tell you about the last person that thought they were funny and showed up at my doorstep and started talking shit like a stupid motherfucker. Well, I called some very powerful people, and I had that stupid piece of shit dragged off my property kicking and screaming. And where are they today? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Now there was some Depew police officers a while back, some two police officers a while back. Alright, and the story is a mentally retarded German prostitute, well-known heroin user, likes to go door to door, crying the blues, telling everybody he sees, I'm homeless, I ain't got a penny to my name. I haven't had food in weeks. Please, sir. Please. And then, 10 out of 10 times, somebody's gonna look at one of the homeowners is gonna look at him. They're like, what are you, fucking retarded? I don't know, you asshole. The fuck off my property before I call the cops. Piece of shit. Slam the door in his face. And this man is over here beating on the door. Well, authorities are called. And this piece of shit is removed from the property. And the only people he's got left is family. And, his family is starting to tell him, yo, I don't fucking like you. I don't fucking like you. You disgust me. You're a piece of shit. Because what happens is this man likes to beg his family to stay with them and put him up and house him and support him. But what does he do? He connives and he manipulates his way into a person's home in 2 minutes. 2 minutes with Kenneth Andrew Eisenhower. 2 minutes with Kenneth Andrew Eisenhower being in a person's home. He trashes the place. He dirties up all the dishes. He trashes the house. Garbage everywhere. Butter all over the house. Just 2 minutes after Kenneth Andrew Eisenhower being in someone's house, it's a pigsty. And every house I've been to, I've gotten kicked out because my brothers are substance abusers and like to shoot up heroin in my house and dirty up all my dishes and trash my house. And my house, and it's not long before my house is looking like a pigsty. And I have to call police every night to have my brothers removed. And you know what the police told me? The police tell me, oh, well, you can't kick out somebody who's living with you. It's, squatters' rights. And, you cannot throw a substance abuser out on the street. First of all, you're a lying sack of shit because yes, the fuck you can. Yes, you can. Alright, I call police, and they tell me, they look at me and tell me, I'm a piece of shit and I need to learn how to take care of myself. Meanwhile, my brother is strung out on heroin and clinically deceased in the next room. And I'm like, officer, are you fucking retarded? Are you fucking retarded, officer? And there's heroin needles all over the floor, and there's syringes all over the floor, and there is white substance all over the floor. And there's some kind of a puddle. There's some kind of a puddle of some sort. Not too far from the needle. He's like, so, many people have needles. Many people have needles. Many people have cigarettes. It doesn't prove a thing. It doesn't prove a thing. And I'm like, yeah, officer, you're a fucking liar. You are a fucking liar. And I'm like, It doesn't prove a thing. It doesn't prove a thing. No, officer, you need to do your fucking job. And you need to get this piece of shit out of my house. He's like, sir, is it really worth it? Sir, is it really worth it? How far are you going to go with this, sir? Is it really worth it? And I'm like, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Is it really worth for me calling, is it really worth it, me? Is it really worth it? You being a corrupt cop and me turning around calling the proper authorities, having you written up, put under investigation, and thrown in jail for your bullshit. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it, officer? And as soon as I say that, the officer looks at me, he's like, you threaten me? It's not a good idea to threaten an officer of the law. And I'm like, and what is threatening about it, sir? What is threatening about it, sir? You blatantly refuse to do your job and uphold the law as a police officer. So then I turn around and I report you to the higher authorities and I have you arrested. Now that to me does not sound like breaking any laws. It actually seems very smart. And the officer gets pissed and he's like, come here, you little smart ass. Come here. Throw my life away, take my pension away from me. After all my years on the force, throw me in jail for being a dirty cop. I'm not about to let that happen. And so what do? I take out my camcorder and I'm like, oh, what was that, officer? What was that? And the officer yells at me at the top of his lungs. You need to delete that right now. You need to delete that from your machine right now. And I'm like, yeah, fuck you, officer. And this officer runs up into my house with a loaded gun. And I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of my house, officer. And I shut my bedroom door. And I have a lock and a deadbolt on my bedroom door. So I lock and I deadbolt my bedroom door. And this piece of shit is sitting there banging on my door. Get out of there, I'm going to call my buddies. You get out of that room right now and you hand me that camcorder or I'm going to call my buddies. So I run into my room and I lock myself in my room and I deadbolt my bedroom door and I make a phone call and I have these assholes dragged off my property kicking and screaming and quite a few of them are sitting in jail right now because of their bullshit. And, yeah, boy, yeah. Yeah, I got those officers sentenced to jail 20 years to 25 to life. Fucking piece of shit. That's why That's exactly why. That's exactly why. You see, what is it? Freedom News, auditing America. And what they do is they go around on public property. And it's the First Amendment, actually. It is the First Amendment, actually. Freedom of the press? Yeah, it's the First Amendment. Alright. And, our heroes, auditing America, our heroes, they, they like to enforce, they like to exercise they like to exercise the First Amendment, and they like to exercise their rights, freedom of the press. So what these heroes do is they investigate. Someone calls these people and reports an anonymous tip, and these heroes, they go and investigate, and they record. And police get butthurt and think they're funny and put hands on these innocent people. Well, you know what? It's some old motherfucking bullshit. And homie, don't play that shit. Alright, and, yeah. So what these heroes do, they are, I forget what the name of they are auditing America, and they are freedom, they like to exercise their right, freedom of the press. And so, people get butthurt, and yell at these people, hey, drop that camera now. Let me see that camera, or we're gonna have a real big problem. And, the fact of the matter is, well, if, you're doing nothing wrong as you claim, then why do you get butthurt when we videotape your lying ass? And we go and we videotape your punk ass, and here's Mr. or Mrs. Well, we did nothing wrong. We got nothing to hide. So, some very smart people take out a camcorder and say, yeah, you got nothing to hide? That's not what the camera shows. And, here's these people claiming they got nothing to hide. Okay. So if you ain't got nothing to hide, then why do you get butthurt when we record you? Okay. Well, then that proves right there. That proves that just goes to show right there. These people really do have something to hide. These police, they have something to hide. These local law enforcement agencies, they have something to hide. So it is very logical. It is quite logical. It is very logical that when these terrible monsters are recorded, they get butthurt. They get butthurt. And they get real desperate and try to rip a video camera out of an innocent person's hand. Talking about, delete that right now. Delete that right now. Hey, get that video camera out of your hand. Delete that right now. Why? Because these police have something to hide. And these police, they get desperate and they get scared when we record evidence of them and we use this evidence against them in the court of law. And so what do these police officers do? They get very scared. They get very desperate. And these police, they put hands on an innocent people in the act of desperation, but it does not work. It does not work. Therefore, if a police officer runs up to you, hey, you're not supposed to be recording. Hey, you're not supposed to be recording. You do not record without somebody's consent. It's against the law. No, it's not. You're a lying sack of shit. No, it's not. It's freedom of the press. It's freedom of the press. It is not illegal to record somebody. It is freedom of the press. And as we have seen in many videos, as these police officers get scared, these police officers get butthurt, these police officers get real butthurt, and get desperate, and try to rip a video camera out of an innocent person's hand. And where are those police officers? Where are those police officers? Sitting in jail on a double consecutive life sentence. So, if you're if you are a police, if you are a police department, if you are the police, stay the fuck away from somebody with a camcorder in their hand, or you will be brought up on charges, and you will be sentenced. You will be sentenced to life in prison. Yeah. And you know, who's ever watching this, please take your camcorders and stand outside of, take your camcorders and walk around Depew, New York 14043. It's yeah, and well, you just heard it. Anyone, or somebody, why don't we call Auditing America? They seem to be doing a terrific job of this. So yeah, shout out to Auditing America. Please, sir, please, just go walk around Depew, New York 14043 with your video camera. Please make sure to record in high definition. Either record in high definition, don't record in high definition. What filter you use, what filter you don't use. I really don't care. I really don't care. I'm just going to say, please, Auditing America, please travel to Depew, New York 14043, walk around the town with your camcorder and see what you can record and submit to the video to your people. And do you want me to file a report? Do you want me to file a report, sir? Okay, I will file a report. Now here's my report. Here's my report. I will disclose my report. Now, I used to live at 2844 George Urban Boulevard, Depew, New York 14043, USA. And I legally own the deed to that property. So by all rights, it's my property and I am the landlord. But then every night, disgusting hillbilly piggy like to illegally trespass on my private property and cook meth on my property and run drugs and cut crack on my property and traffic on my property, and call her inbred family to my property every night. So here's disgusting trailer park trash illegally trespassing on my property, cutting crack and cooking meth, drug trafficking, drug running, and yeah, she had a very nasty habit of trafficking. And she liked to call her mentally retarded inbred family members, and she had a very nasty habit of trying to set fires on my house, trying to set fires on my private property. And I called police, and the Peel police come to my house and tell me, "Sir, nobody lives here. Nobody has lived here since the dawn of time. This area is not even on the map. This area is not even known to man. This area is non-existent. Nobody's lived here since the dawn of time." Okay, well then, right then and there, since that house is non-existent, since that house is... Okay, well, which is it, officer? Which is it? That house has never existed. That house has never existed. That house has never existed. Or that no one's lived in that house since the dawn of time. Okay, well, right then and there, that is two different stories. That is two different stories. And that is two different stories. So then I tell the officer, I look at the officer and I tell him, "Okay, officer, well now that's two different stories. So which is it, officer? You need to get your story straight, officer." And the officer says, "Excuse me?" And the officer tries to get tough with me. And I'm like, no, excuse me. You heard what I said. I said you are a liar. Because right then and there, Mr. Police Officer, you are telling me two completely different stories. So right then and there, it's very obvious that you are a liar. And the officer responds, I don't like your tone. And I respond back to him, yeah? Well, I don't appreciate liars. So quit your damn lying. And the officer's like, I don't like your tone. And I'm like, okay. Well, I don't like that you're a liar. And I don't appreciate that you're a liar. And you ain't got shit to say because you're a fucking liar. The officer's like, how far are you going to go with this, Andre? How far are you going to go with this? And I'm like, and how far are you going to go with your bullshit? And how far are you going to go with your bullshit? And, officer's like, sir, did you take your meds today? Did you take your meds today? And I'm like, officer, I've never been on medication in my entire life. So, why? Why would there be No, there's no medication. There's no medication for a police officer. There's no medication for a police officer pointing a gun in someone's face and threatening their life. There's no medication for that. And so every night I call Depew Police. And how many times have Depew Police been out there? Out to my house, like 68 times? 68 times. And I finally said, and I've had about enough of this bullshit. So I called some very powerful people. And I had those police dragged off my property kicking and screaming. And I've had these illegal trespassers removed from my property kicking and screaming. And that's exactly what it is. And yeah. So yeah. But you know what? You know that phone number? That phone number? That's okay, what's a phone number? It's a phone number. And it's my phone number, and I called someone up, and I created that phone number. And I need to be careful who I nominate to that phone number. 'Cause damn. Uh I need to stop. I need to stop trying to nominate. I need to stop trying to nominate people to that one phone number because that may be what's hurting me. Alright, and the people that I had assigned to that phone number is the people that were getting the job done. And I hate to say this on a video camera, but it was yeah, okay, what was his name? What was his name? What was his name? I don't know what his name was. I'm not gonna snitch, but